Hey guys, this is Heather. Hope you're staying safe, staying healthy. And I don't know about you, but I've been struggling a little bit with what to make for dinner every night when we're all stuck at home. So what I did was put together a roundup for you guys of recipes. I reached out to some of my favorite bloggers and asked them what they're making for dinner right now, when what we want is a lot of comfort food to try to feel more calm, more grounded, and just enjoy yummy food. So to me, comfort food is that kind of meal that fills your body, fills your soul. It's usually warm, soft, carby, and just makes you feel cozy, like you're curling up under a blanket. Now, comfort food often gets lumped in with more decadent kind of stuff, but we can make wholesome vegan comfort food by including vegetables, whole grains, beans, and baking stuff often bumps up that comfort food factor. For now, while we are stuck at home and have limited access to supplies and maybe we can't find everything at the grocery store that we normally would. So the recipes that I've put together, my criteria were that they were easy to make, that they didn't involve too many ingredients, and the ones that they did involve were fairly simple, and that there was minimal stress in the prep. Because for some people, being at home all the time, you might need something right now that's easy and stress-free that keeps the family happy. Some people might have more time to spend in the kitchen and experiment with some new stuff, but other people might not. So wherever you are, hopefully you can find something on this list that I've put together that will suit your taste buds and your current situation. Some of the highlights for me, there is a vegan mushroom stew by Gwen of Delightful Adventures, meant to be kind of a twist on a beef stew. And this is a really hearty, nourishing bowl, and she shows you exactly how to make a perfect arrowroot slurry, which thickens the broth, and that's kind of the quintessential essence of a stew. And then my dear friend Jenna from The Full Helping has a Tex Mex Skillet, which looks fantastic. It's pasta with beans and corns and kind of some Tex Mexy spices, including smoked paprika to take it over the top. It looks super tasty, simple, and uses all staple ingredients that you might have on hand already. Then there's a white bean mac and cheese from Rianne's Recipes. It looks creamy, comforting, it's quick and easy. It's an Alfredo sauce basically, but made with protein and mineral-rich white beans, which is going to be helpful for your immune system. Melissa from Vegan Hugs has a cheesy cauliflower casserole. It's layered with an ooey-gooey homemade cheese sauce and topped with buttery breadcrumbs and then baked to perfection. Sounds delicious. And then a corn chowder made with potatoes from my friend Becky at Glue and Glitter. This is just easy, creamy, warm, cozy. I love corn. It's so tasty and it's easy to keep on hand at all times in your freezer. And then I wanted to taste test this sweet potato lentil soup from Elena at Happy Kitchen because I had the same idea. I had a squash in my fridge that I was going to make into a soup paired with red lentils for protein. So what Elena's done in her recipe to take a fairly simple concept and just bring it up a notch in terms of flavor and in terms of how thick this soup will be is to roast the vegetables with some spices. So I've got a squash, and the recipe calls for sweet potato, but squash works nicely as well. Cut the squash up, lay it out on a baking tray, roughly chop up some onion and some garlic cloves, lay that all out on a baking tray, drizzle with a little bit of olive oil, and then add some spices. So she's using cumin, coriander, paprika, and cinnamon, which sounds like a great combo. And then I've added a little sprinkle of salt. Toss that all together with your hands. Make sure everything gets coated. Make sure the spices get integrated with the oil so they don't burn. And then put that in your oven at 400 degrees and let that roast. Meanwhile, you can cook your red lentils on the stove. Just put them in some boiling water, Put the lid on, turn it down to low, and let them simmer until they're soft. And once these are beautifully roasted, all we need to do is get these into a blender along with our cooked red lentils, which might have some extra water, but I'm just gonna count that as broth. And a whole can of coconut milk for the fatty goodness. That's what comfort food is all about, right? And we can get those fats in a healthy way. That is a cup of water with a mushroom bouillon cube dissolved into it. We're not quite all dissolved yet, but we will blend it up. You could do more broth if you wanted to make this thinner. And then, check that out. Time for the taste test. Ooh, that is so good. So good. You guys, roasting vegetables makes such a difference, and the spices in here are perfect. I love this. Yum. All right, you guys better try this. Great thing about soups like this is that they're easy to freeze, so you could make a big batch and have soup for days. So I hope you find some ideas that appeal to you there. I'll put a link down below to the full post, and I'll also link to each of the individual recipes from all of the fantastic bloggers. Thank you to everyone who submitted a recipe for this. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy some delicious vegan food tonight and satisfy everyone's taste buds. Above all, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Thanks guys. Talk soon.